When a well-known liberal talk show host decided to take a few jabs at Elon Musk, they probably didn't expect what would happen next. Musk, known for his sharp wit and unfiltered responses, didn't just fire back. He completely stole the show. It all started when talk show host's name, during their nightly segment, went on a rant about Musk's ventures, personality, and, of course, his controversial presence on social media. They mocked his leadership at Tesla, ridiculed his ambitious plans for Mars colonization, and even took shots at his sometimes awkward public speaking style. The audience laughed, the jokes landed, and for a moment, it seemed like just another night of entertainment at Musk's expense. But then came Musk's response. Instead of ignoring it or issuing a dry corporate statement, Musk did what he does best. He turned the moment into an internet spectacle. With a simple yet cutting post on X, formerly Twitter, Musk responded, "Ah yes, a talk show host making fun of the guy who builds rockets and electric cars while they sit in a studio reading jokes off a teleprompter. Impressive." The internet exploded. Within minutes, Musk's post was trending. Supporters of the billionaire jumped into the replies, flooding the thread with memes, sarcastic comments, and praise for Musk's ability to shut down critics with just a few words. Even those who weren't necessarily Musk fans admitted that his response was quick, smart, and impossible to ignore. But Musk wasn't done yet. In a follow-up post, he doubled down, sharing a meme that highlighted how the very people mocking him are also the ones benefiting from his innovations, driving Teslas, using Starlink, or even hoping for a future where SpaceX makes interplanetary travel a reality. The message was clear. It's easy to criticize from the sidelines, but actually building the future is a whole different challenge. As the online debate raged on, the talk show host in question found themselves on the defensive. They attempted to clarify that their jokes were meant as satire, not serious criticism. But by then, it was too late. The internet had already picked a winner. Musk had turned a light-hearted segment meant to poke fun at him into a viral moment that only boosted his image. This isn't the first time Musk has used social media to outmaneuver his critics. His ability to engage directly with millions of followers without a PR filter gives him an edge most public figures simply don't have. Whether he's responding to politicians, journalists, or even other billionaires, Musk has mastered the art of the viral comeback. In this case, what started as a late-night joke quickly became a lesson in how social media influence can turn the tables in an instant. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Elon Musk knows how to own the conversation. And while the late-night host may have thought they had the upper hand with their audience laughing along, Musk's response did something much more powerful. It shifted the narrative entirely. Instead of Musk being the subject of ridicule, it was now the host who looked out of touch, mocking someone who has arguably done more to advance technology than most people in modern history. But Musk wasn't just scoring points on social media. The impact of his response extended far beyond a single tweet. Within hours, major news outlets were picking up the story, running headlines like "Elon Musk claps back at late-night host" and "Musk's response goes viral after talk show diss." The late-night host, who had initially been the one dishing out the jokes, suddenly found themselves at the center of criticism, with many accusing them of being elitist or hypocritical. What made Musk's response so effective wasn't just the wit, it was the deeper truth behind it. While comedians and media personalities often take shots at public figures, Musk isn't just another celebrity. He's someone actively shaping industries, pushing boundaries in space exploration, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy. So, when a talk show host mocks him from the comfort of a television studio, it highlights a stark contrast, someone who builds versus someone who simply talks. Even some of Musk's usual critics had to admit that he had a point. Social media was flooded with comments like, "You don't have to like Elon, but you have to respect what he's accomplished." Others pointed out how the same people laughing at Musk today might be relying on his technology tomorrow, whether it's driving an electric car, using a Neuralink brain interface, or booking a flight to space. And then, in true Musk fashion, he didn't stop at just one or two posts. He kept the energy going, engaging with fans, responding with memes, and even throwing in a poll asking, Who's really moving humanity forward? A talk show host or an engineer? The overwhelming majority sided with Musk. What's fascinating about moments like these is how they showcase Musk's unique position in modern culture. He's not just a businessman or a billionaire, he's a personality, a disruptor, someone who doesn't play by traditional media rules. And that's exactly why he wins these battles. Unlike CEOs of the past who relied on press teams and carefully crafted statements, Musk communicates directly with the public. When he's mocked, he doesn't retreat. He fires back. And because of his massive following, every response he gives turns into an event of its own. Meanwhile, the late-night host found themselves facing an unexpected backlash. While their usual audience may have enjoyed the jokes, a larger wave of people saw it differently. Was this really comedy, or was it just an attempt to punch down on someone who was actually making a difference? As the dust settled, it became clear who had come out on top. Musk, once again, had used humor, logic, and a bit of internet magic to completely flip the script. The talk show host may have had the last laugh on television, but Musk had the last word where it truly mattered, in the court of public opinion. And this is exactly why Elon Musk continues to be one of the most fascinating figures of our time. He's not just revolutionizing industries, he's revolutionizing the way influential people handle criticism. Instead of dodging attacks or apologizing, he meets them head-on and turns them into viral victories. So, whether you love him, hate him, or just enjoy the spectacle, one thing is for sure. When you come for Musk, you better be prepared for what happens next. Because more often than not, he's not just going to respond, he's going to steal the show. And if history has shown us anything, it's that underestimating Elon Musk is a mistake that countless critics have made before, only to end up fueling his influence even more. This latest incident was just another example of how Musk plays the game differently. Unlike traditional business leaders who rely on corporate PR teams to shape their image, Musk takes a raw, unfiltered approach. He understands that in today's digital age, perception is shaped not by scripted interviews or polished statements, but by the authenticity of real-time engagement, and that's exactly why his responses resonate with millions. But there's also a deeper cultural shift happening here, one that moments like this highlight perfectly. The old media world, dominated by talk shows and legacy outlets, is struggling to maintain relevance in an era where independent voices, direct communication, and decentralized platforms are taking over. Musk embodies this shift. While traditional media tries to shape narratives from the top down, he engages directly with the public, cutting through the noise with just a few words, a meme, or even a sarcastic remark. And people love it. They're tired of scripted monologues from million-dollar studios. They want real, unfiltered conversations, and Musk gives them that in a way no other billionaire or CEO does. This is why every time someone tries to mock Musk, it often backfires. Because whether intentional or not, these moments serve as yet another reminder of his dominance in the cultural conversation. The more people try to bring him down, the more they reinforce his status as an outsider who refuses to play by the rules. And let's not forget, the same late-night comedians who take shots at him today were once praising Tesla for revolutionizing the auto industry and SpaceX for making space travel cool again. But as Musk's influence grew beyond just technology, as he started questioning mainstream narratives, challenging political elites, and pushing for more open discussions, he suddenly became a target. Yet time and time again, he proves that he's not just another businessman who can be taken down by a few jokes. He's a force to be reckoned with, someone who understands not just technology, but the psychology of influence itself. And in moments like these, that influence becomes undeniable. One simple response from Musk, and the entire internet shifts its attention. One clever comeback, and he reclaims the narrative. That's not just power, that's mastery of modern communication. So, as the media landscape continues to change, and as more figures like Musk take control of their own messaging, one thing becomes clear. The old rules no longer apply. Gone are the days when late-night talk shows could define public opinion without pushback. Gone are the days when media personalities could mock innovators without facing the scrutiny of millions online. Today, the conversation is happening in real time, and the audience decides who wins. And in this case, like so many before it, Elon Musk didn't just win. He turned what was supposed to be a joke at his expense into yet another moment that reminded the world exactly why he remains one of the most influential figures of our time. So, what's the takeaway here? Simple. If you're going to take a shot at Elon Musk, you better be prepared for the response. Because more often than not, it won't just be a response. It'll be a masterclass in how to turn criticism into a viral victory. And perhaps that's the most fascinating part of Elon Musk's public persona, his ability to transform criticism into fuel for even greater engagement. Every time someone tries to mock him, belittle his achievements, or paint him as an out-of-touch billionaire, he flips the narrative in his favor. This latest incident with the liberal talk show host was no different. It started as just another late-night monologue, another attempt to score easy laughs at Musk's expense. But by the time Musk was finished responding, it wasn't just a joke anymore. It was a full-blown cultural moment. Think about it. How many CEOs or business leaders can turn a single tweet into global headlines? How many public figures have the ability to hijack an entire media cycle with just a few words? Very few. And yet, Musk does it repeatedly. His power isn't just in building Tesla, SpaceX, or Neuralink. It's in shaping the way people talk about him, even when they don't realize it. Every time he responds to critics, he reminds people why he's different. He's not a buttoned-up executive hiding behind corporate statements. He's someone who will step into the ring, trade blows, and more often than not, walk away the clear winner. But it's not just about winning an argument or making a funny comeback. It's about showing that he's in control, that no matter how many journalists, politicians, or media personalities try to take him down, he's not going anywhere. And the more they try, the stronger he becomes. It's a phenomenon we've seen play out time and time again. When politicians attack him, he fires back and exposes their hypocrisy. When mainstream media outlets run hit pieces, he calls them out directly, forcing them to defend themselves in a way they're not used to. And when celebrities or late-night hosts take cheap shots, he turns the moment into a viral spectacle that leaves them looking like the punchline. But what makes this even more interesting is how Musk's influence extends beyond just his own brand. Every time he engages in these online battles, he's not just defending himself. He's challenging the entire ecosystem of traditional media and elite gatekeepers who once controlled public discourse. That's why his responses matter. They aren't just witty clapbacks. They're a direct challenge to the old way of doing things. A way of saying, you don't get to control the narrative anymore. And the internet loves him for it. Whether you're a hardcore Musk supporter or just someone watching from the sidelines, there's an undeniable appeal to seeing someone in his position refuse to back down. In a world where most billionaires carefully curate their public image and avoid controversy, Musk embraces it. He leans into the chaos, uses it to his advantage, and in the process, keeps himself more relevant than ever. And while his critics may roll their eyes or dismiss him as just another egotistical tech mogul, the numbers don't lie. His social media engagement is through the roof. His companies continue to thrive. His influence only grows stronger. So, what does this mean for the future? Simple. Musk isn't going anywhere, and neither is his approach. As long as there are critics trying to tear him down, there will be moments like this, where a late-night joke turns into a global conversation, where a single tweet shifts public perception, and where Musk once again proves that when it comes to owning this internet, he's playing a game that very few can even begin to understand. And if this latest incident is any indication, those who try to mock him in the future might want to think twice. Because history has shown, time and time again, that when you come for Elon Musk, you're not just taking on a billionaire. You're taking on an entire movement, one that isn't afraid to fight back.